In today's video, I'm just going to update my work in the GLD. And the original setup was where time and price came together. It was where this last major decline was very similar to this prior decline in both price and time, because we had a 22-day decline here, 21-day decline here, so very similar. And the price of this decline was $8.51 and this one was $8.54. So beautiful symmetry. Plus it also just happened to overlap 618 retracement and a 1272 extension of one of these swings over here. So when we had the initial rally, great. You know, we saw at least a nice move, and we knew that if this low was more important, that the potential upside target is going to be the 1272 extension. Because we're looking at the old pattern, and the old pattern is, you know, pretty much where you pull back into support, and then you extend, and then you pull back into support, and then you potentially extend. So we did see a beautiful rally initially, but that got cut short by one of the hurdles that we saw, which was essentially 100% of a prior rally swing projected from the low, and the inability to get through this, you know, left this in a poor position. Now, initially, what I was looking to do, because I thought this could be a more important low, I was looking for a retracement around the 618 or 786 that might hold and where a rally would resume from. No such luck. Okay, but the original setup is still intact, so how else can you look at that? Well, as long as the original setup is still intact, you can still look for new triggers on a retest of the original setup. So, you know, back here where we're essentially retesting this old low, we've held. We've seen at least some short-term buy triggers, and I still want to stay open for a possible resumption of the rally here. I've actually been setting up some pullbacks on some of the short-term charts, because as long as we do hold above here, we're going to look for at least an extension of this prior swing. So this high to this low. That will come in around the let's see, 124.99 area. That's the 1272. Just happens to overlap the 618. And then possibly more, and the possibly more would be, you know, if this pattern does kind of repeat, that we get an extension to the upside. I am wrong if we break underneath this support. You always want to know in advance where you're going to be wrong with setup, okay? Because you don't want to just stick with it and say, well, maybe it'll resume the rally or whatever. You have to stay disciplined, okay? So if it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, get out.